We begin with the comeback. Quebec singer Céline Dion is returning to the stage for a series of 10 shows in Paris, her first full performances after 6 years. Who could forget that emotional performance at the 2024 Olympics in Paris? It was a performance that was in doubt. Just 2 years prior, she had been diagnosed with a rare neurological condition known as stiff person syndrome. It affected her ability to walk and sing and forced her to postpone and then cancel a world tour. But today, on her 58th birthday, Dion announced a gift to her fans.
I've missed you so much. And that brings me back to my birthday, actually. So this year, I'm getting the best gift of my life. I'm getting the chance to see you, to perform for you once again in Paris.
To talk about the upcoming shows in the City of Lights, I'm joined by Radio-Canada's Frédéric Arnauld. He joins me from Paris. Frédéric, what can you tell us about this announcement?
So, Sarah, this is going to be a huge comeback for Céline Dion. I mean, it's been years that she hasn't performed in a long show. The last time that actually we saw her and we heard her, it was about 2 years ago during the Olympics here in Paris. She just sang only one song from Edith Piaf called, the song is called Hymne à l'amour. And it gave so many goosebumps all across the world that everybody was saying, okay, she needs to come back, she needs to sing again. And so tonight she announced on her Instagram account that she will start a series of 10 shows here in Paris at Paris La Défense Arena. This is a huge place where you can actually have up to 45 people attending every night. So it's going to start on September 12th. And I mean, this is huge because everybody still loves her. I mean, and they can't wait here to actually listen to her song and see the performer because everybody misses her, basically.
Oh, Frédéric, and that's evident by the reaction that this announcement has gotten. So many people talking about, wanting to go, wanting to get tickets, and now that they know the dates, the only question out there, I think, is what do we know about her health? How is she?
Well, actually, this is the main concern because she hasn't performed in years because there was the pandemic. But above all, she got that terrible diagnosis of the stiff person syndrome, which is a very rare and complicated neurological disorder. There's no cure for that. So tonight, she really wanted to actually reassure her fans and say, I'm feeling better and I'm ready to perform again. Here's a short clip of her announcement tonight.
I'm so happy. I'm so ready to do this. I'm feeling good. I'm strong. I'm feeling excited. Obviously, of course, a little nervous, but most of all, I am grateful to all of you.
So everybody is so ready to buy some tickets, but first you have to pre-register on our website called CelineDion.com, and in a couple of days there will be actually kind of a lottery. So I mean, even if you pre-register, you might not get some tickets. So, but if you're lucky, you will have some, and then you will have to pay for it. And some are saying it could be almost 200 euros for the basic entry-level ticket. So. But everybody is ready to pay for that, apparently.
Radio-Canada's Frédéric Arnauld in Paris. Thank you so much. As Frédéric mentioned, Céline Dion is battling stiff person syndrome. Dr. Tara Zier joins me now. She is the founder and CEO of the Stiff Person Syndrome Research Foundation. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
Well, and thank you for talking about this. I think we've learned since Céline Dion went public with her diagnosis more, many people had never even heard of this syndrome. And she has certainly, shone a light on this. What does her return to the stage, what message does that send, do you think?
Well, I'm thrilled for her. I I know this is what she wants, and I can imagine she's been working around the clock and living with the disease myself. I know what it's like to get out of bed and just get nourishment, and what it requires to do what she's doing is incredible, and I'm really, really, really happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, has a team around her helping make this happen. But, we really can't. Those who do not have this or any experience with it cannot understand, aside from watching that documentary she put out, just what this has been like. Can you give us a little bit of a sense as to what it would take to get to a point where you can perform 10 shows, put them on the calendar and say, yes, I'm going to be able to do that?
Yeah, it's hard to speak to that. I would imagine that it's got to be a little bit mix of nervous and excitement for her. The disease is brutal, and it requires a lot. There's some unpredictability with the disease for a lot of people, and it's very taxing day to day. So I just really admire her commitment. I know her commitment to her fans, and I'm just rooting her on. I mean, I'm excited for her, and wishing her the best.
You mentioned this. You are someone who's also diagnosed with stiff person syndrome in 2017. And how did that change things for you?
It completely changed my life. It was triggered by my former husband passing, and my health spiraled down. In 2017, I couldn't work, drive, care for myself or my kids, and had to hire someone to live with us. I was a dentist for 20 years. I couldn't practice anymore. So I was left with trying to find myself, my identity, and debilitating pain and fatigue, and found a new purpose through the foundation and this work, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm better than I was, but I still deal with very debilitating symptoms. So it's life-changing. In the same breath, it's given me new purpose. So I am grateful for every day I get.
Wow. Yeah, just you describing your own story, that does help us understand, I think, what it would take to do what Celine Dion is saying that she's going to be able to do now. The fact that she is such a public figure, and I mentioned this, she has shone a light on this syndrome. How has that helped research funding and awareness for groups like yours?
So the awareness, has been unbelievable. I think she's propelled us, 50 years in a day. I'll never forget when she came out publicly with her announcement. Now when people talk about the disease, they say, oh, you know Celine Dion. And then people are like, sure. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. So now it's much more known, in the population, which the awareness has been incredible. And then I'm very grateful for her gift to the University of Colorado, to CU Anschutz. And Dr. Piquet is on our medical advisory board, and I know that's been a wonderful, support for funding for research.
And just to be clear, because your research is ongoing, the work on this is ongoing. Celine Dion is going to return to the stage, but what does that say? No one should, I think, watching this think that means that it's overcomable for everyone. Correct? I just want to make sure that message is still out there.
Yeah, and that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. Just because someone can perform for periods of time doesn't mean that they're necessarily better or that they're cured or that they don't suffer. How someone looks doesn't equate to how well they are. It can be confusing to people. But I want to clarify and really acknowledge what she's doing, and what I can imagine that she's pushing through to get to where she's wants to be. So, yeah, it doesn't mean people are cured because they can perform for periods of time. It takes a lot. It takes a whole lot, sometimes to even get out of bed. And listening to your body doesn't work either, because you wouldn't get out of bed. So what she's doing is really remarkable. And as of right now, there's no cure, but I'm going to say yet. We're working on it. That's what the foundation is here for. We are a research foundation to drive research.
Dr. Tara Zier, founder and CEO of the Stiff Person Syndrome Research Foundation, thank you very much.
Thank you.